Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hey, Tanya. Thank you for letting me know you can hear me. Hey, Peaches. Hey, Kitty Cat. Hey, Jamel. How y'all doing today? I hadn't been live in a little while. I decided to go live today. Hey, you ain't nothing but a born dog, howling all the time. How you doing, born dog? You ain't nothing but a born dog, howling all the time. Hey, Miss Pooh Bear. Ooh, child. Hey, Lady Silver Fox. Hey, Vibrant. I named this video, Ooh, child. I can't unsee what I saw. Oh, child. I'm going to get to that later on. Okay. But I saw some bullshit this today. Lord Jesus. I'm gonna wait on that, okay? I'm gonna wait on that and I'll tell you what I saw, child. That I can't unsee, honey. I saw it, honey. I just want to let you guys know this too. Hey, the bushes, that I have my great grandbaby. She's here. She weighs 7 pounds and 2 ounces, 22 inches long, just a little chunky, and she is beautiful. Okay, her name is Alana. Okay, so I've been dealing with that. I missed some things, and I tried to, keep up, but having a new grandbaby that takes up a little time. Hey, Mahaya. But yeah, she made it here, and the mom is doing good, and the baby's doing good. At the hospital, everything's cool, honey. Big old pretty healthy little girl with a head full of hair. A head full of hair, honey, with long pretty hair. Okay, thick long hair. Love it. The dad had like Samoan in him. You know, he you know, they all got good hair from that Samoan and all that other stuff, okay? But and hopefully she don't be built up like a Samoan. But if she do, I'm going to love her anyway, okay? You hear me, Easer? Um, if you don't mind, hit the like button for me. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to donate, please donate. Let me pull up my notes, child. Now, the beef sector has been kind of calm, and I'm just gonna go over our stuff first, the beef sector first, and then we're gonna get to the nitty gritty over there in the MO3 sector. They been acting a goddamn fool over there. Everybody into it, and I love it. They have been dragging to the gods, honey. They just been dragging each other, dragging each other. The boys are fighting and the girls are fighting. Oh, child, it's not for the faint of heart. Okay, if you ain't used to a lot of cussing and you know want to pull up and all that kind of stuff, you do not need to go over there. Okay, or you need to keep your ass up in them clouds, honey. Cause they gang bang on this panel, they gang bang everywhere. They gang bang in the chat and everywhere else. Now, Broadway had a song. He had like a 2 hour live, I think, about 2 hours, and he played music on it. And it was some song that you ain't the something about the gang, 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 and I love that song, but I don't play music. I don't show videos or anything like that. But I always have like rap music, so I like listening to all this new rap music over there in the Mo3 sector. That's another reason I love it over there because I do love rap music. Okay, even though I'm an older woman, I used to be a young woman, and I was out there when they was, you know, gang banging and all that kind of shit. Okay, but we ain't gonna talk about that part of my life. But I enjoyed that song. You know that bang 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 gang bang and all that kind of shit. I loved it. That's another thing that happened. Okay, now I'm just gonna go over the contest that they have coming up over the Mo3 sector on the 31st. Wait a minute. Wait. Let me get it up now. On the 30th, they have in the Dukes, Boots, and Line Dancing Challenge. And that's over there at the Captain's on the ship. The judges are Bimp, Broadway, and Big Lack. And it's going to be a special judge. But I don't know who that one is. The pot is $1,000. You know, yeah, if you want to try to win that thousand, you need to get your damn costume ready and your boots ready and get you a line dance, some kind of form of a line dance. You can do it by yourself or you can have other people with you. It's going to be one pot. Now, if you have other people with you, you're going to have to spend the money with them. The captain ain't going to be bothered with that. He can't be bothered, okay? Um, on the 31st, Broadway and Big Baby having a Halloween costume contest. Um, I'm gonna be there on both of those contests because they're not challenges. Y'all know I don't like the challenges. On that contest, let me see how much money they said the money. It's gonna be 7 o'clock, and the pot is $1,000 on that. Now I don't know if it's gonna be one to take all. I can't. I don't know that, but I'll find out more about that, and I'll let you know the rules and the regulations on that. Okay, but if to win the money, you need to come up with a real good Halloween costume. Okay. And then they having a hood cookout challenge, and that's on January the 31st. I don't know a whole lot about it, but it's a cookout. So now I heard that the beef sector do know about this, but I just found out that more about it. I don't know the dishes and all of that. They were saying something about ground beef and something else, but I'll find out more about it to let you guys that want to cook, they want to get in it, we can win some money, okay? Um, I heard up it is supposed to be in it with her filthy nasty. Oh, I ain't gonna do it there. Y'all know how I feel about that nasty hoe. Okay. I don't know what the pot is gonna be on that one either. Okay, now I'm getting to the B sector stuff. Some of the stuff I seen, since my last live. Now Lemon is supposedly going to Nescation. Um, they had been throwing it out there, and I knew he was gonna. I knew he was gonna bite. I was hoping he didn't, but he did, and he's supposed to be going to Nescation, and that's gonna be where Ness, Honest Roll, Brian, Stefan was going. He not going. They fell out. I'm trying to think who else. I can't think of who else, but it's some, they have they group that's going. Now Lemon say he going to kick Shakim ass. And y'all know Brian, he said that if Lemon tried to jump on um Shakim, that he was gonna, try to get him off of it. But Brian, let me tell you this here. Now Lemon said even before you said you was gonna not gonna let them fight, that you were gonna jump in it. Lemon said that anybody that jump in that shit gonna get their ass kicked too. So I don't think it'll be a good idea, Brian, for you to jump in there. Unless you want to fight Lemon. Cause he said anybody can get it. If anybody jump in that fight, he gonna fight them too. So you may as well have you better have your fighting up to par, because the way Lemon talking, he gonna whoop some ass. Okay. And another thing, now I don't care for Shakim at all, but I was over at uh, Sincere one day, and I'm in the chat speaking like I do, ignoring Shakim, but Shakim got on her in the panel, and he told, this is the first place I heard this at. He told Sincere that he was gonna marry Honest Rowe in Seattle, when they had Nestcation. And I was saying that's the dumbest goddamn shit. Lemon and Nest tried that shit when they were going to Vegas. They were supposed to get married. Why is grown people doing that? That is so ignorant. Why have a mock wedding? That's so childish. That's so stupid. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. And this is a wash and rinse and repeat. Because like I said, Nest was supposed to do it in Vegas. Now Shakim come up with it for Seattle. But I heard Honest Rowe is not gonna do it. And Honest Rowe, don't fall for that shit. Okay? Don't do that. That's some dumb shit. That's like kids playing husband and wife. Little girls try to marry little boys and all that. That's child's play. Okay? That's like them little dolls, them little things they used to have to cut out. The little dresses and stuff you could, you pin them on the paper doll. That's that kind of shit. Old timey, stupid, not original, and don't nobody want to see nobody play wedding. Oh my God. Just ignorant, okay? Uh um yesterday, not yesterday, it was might have been the day before yesterday. I read about on pizza, and child Ness hit that goddamn panel, and she cussed Miss Theo out, but Theo was in the chat already, and she cussed Dimples out, and y'all know I like Dimples, and she kind of drug Brian, and Brian's supposed to be going on the next station. She kind of hit at Brian, um, and she said it told Brian, she was talking to Brian, but I don't know if Brian was there. But he said that you got your nerve worrying about what Chocolate Bay gonna be doing coming to Nestcation. She said her and Brian is, I mean, her and Chocolate Bay is cool. He a good, he donates good to her channel, and you got your damn nerve saying anything about Chocolate Bay, Brian. Okay, Brian, you need to hush, because Nest gonna get you. Let me see. And y'all, when she was dragging the Miss O, she drugged the Miss O. She drugged the Miss O husband, and she drugged the Miss O daughter child. Okay, y'all want to see that? Go over there to Pizarro's, honey. And they showed her ass over there. Okay. Let me see. Okay, now this is the other people that's supposed to be on Nestcation. It's St. James. That's another person, and going down in my notes, I my Stefan. Now he was supposed to be going. He bagged out, and this been dragging him. Okay, and she say Stefan, like when they had a group meeting, and on Discord, wherever they doing, whatever app they doing their group meetings on concerning the trip. They say that she said that Stefan being there acting stupid and childish and called himself trolling. And she said that the damn group chat is not for that. It's for them strictly talking about the nescation. I can understand that too. You know, trolling ain't for everything. Sometimes you have to, if you're talking about a trip and you're paying money for a trip, you need to know as much as you can about it, not no bullshit. Keep the bullshit over here on YouTube and stuff. Well, honey, she been dragging the hell out of Stefan. Okay, Stefan or Steven or whatever his name is. Um, and the other day, she also drugged Stefan and she drugged Passer, and she said it wasn't gonna be no fighting, and if it was a fight, the popo will be involved. So, Lemon, if you jump on Shakim at that investigation, the police gonna get called. So I don't know how your getaway plan is or what you got up, or you might just want to go on and pay the fine and get out of jail, but you'll have to go back for court. Okay. And she said they will be going live, and she called it the first annual Nescation, and she said she's going to be doing it every year annually. So I'm glad to hear that. That'll be content for the beef sector. You know, and plus the beef sector like seeing it. We are used to the Vegas gates and stuff. The beef sector thrive on that. We love it. And so I don't think it's a bad idea. Yes, I think it's a good idea. Keep the shit going. Okay. Um, I don't advise you to do the Vegas no more because that was a downer. That was a dud. Hopefully your next occasion will be better. Good luck. Even though I don't care for you, I don't want the trip to be bad like that damn shit y'all did in Vegas. Because y'all didn't show us shit, but a bunch of backstabbing shit. And that is not what a vacation is about. A vacation is supposed to be about having fun. It's not about making somebody look dumb and you just spent your motherfucking money. But I would have dropped you bitches, okay? First time I smelled a rat, I would have been Gone. Y'all wouldn't have seen me no more on that trip. I would have had my phone. I would have been videoing. Y'all would suck my asshole. Okay? 7 stars has popped back out, which I'm glad to see her, on the different panels and in the chats and stuff. I like Seven. Seven is an OG in the beef sector. For you people that don't know, but she has popped out and she have been shaking some shit up around here. Well, somewhere I think it was at Lemons, her and Tracy had words, and Tracy made a live about it. That's how I found out about it when Tracy went live. And on her live, she dragged Seven for the facts of her life. For new people that don't know uh, how Seven's journey has been on YouTube, go over there to Tracy's. Honey, she went way back. She went way, way back from the beginning on Seven. And it was a lot of shit she missed. But the main shit on Seven, she put it out there, y'all. But the people that's been here a long time, I done seen everything. They can't come up with nothing new on her. I seen everything they done to Seven. Okay? So, that's just for people that don't know. But I like Seven. But Seven child, Tracy drug your ass, okay? And I think Ness have drugged Seven since she been out. And Lemon has drugged Seven since she came out this time. I don't know if Pizza has got her because I have missed a lot of Pizza's lives. I don't know if anybody else has been into it with Seven since she been back this time. And Seven says she have a better job. She's making more money. Kudos to anybody that's making more money. And she works with the buses, like drive buses. But maybe I don't know if she, what kind of position she have now. But Tracy said that she heard like the background and they could hear it. They still doing it in the bus. She's still working with buses because she could tell by the intercom. They was, announcing, I guess, different designations and stuff. So seven is still in that field. Okay. Now Lemon trip, because he's doing a lemoncation, and that's in February the 19th. I think it's for a couple of days. I don't know how many days it's gonna be, but Ghetto going, Ness is going, Sassy is going, and I'm glad Sassy going, and she will be coming up. Uh, Lolo is going, and Talent is going, and I think that'll be a good trip. But like I said, when these people on here they act like they hate each other and all that kind of bullshit, well, it's enemies going on these damn trips. Okay, these people be playing in your face. Okay. Cause how is you gonna be mad and been dragging me, and then all of a sudden we are a happy family and we're gonna go to Limcation. We've been dragging each other, but we're gonna be at Nestcation. Yeah, these people be just playing in your face, okay? They full of bullshit. I don't believe nothing none of them say. Okay? That's a lady named Saginaw Nation. I'm not gonna say lady because I don't know if it's a lady or man, but the name of the person was Saginaw Nation, and Saginaw Nation was in the chat at Teresa's. So I was reading the chat and listening to the Teresa talk, and different people have apologized to Seven Stars, and Sagittarius was one of the people, Sagittarius Nation, and she said that Seven Stars say, "Well, get you," and she did not accept her apology. That's why I don't apologize to these folks. That shit, cause I ain't got time for that. If I said it, I said it, and I might say, if I'm still on the panel with you and the shit go off, I might say, "Hey, I'm sorry, my bad," but I 9 times out of 10, I ain't no. Uh-uh. Now Rico. Remember he had got arrested a couple of months ago. It was an incident about his dog. Him hitting the dog, and then him, like threatening um King Roman News. Remember he was making them videos with knives and stuff, and the police wind up coming, and then he showed them some shit on his phone, and they arrested him. Well, he had court the other day, and he at first he was a no show, and the way we found out the way we found out he was a no show is called one key pro, and somebody that was in that courtroom. That's how he found out. So whoever the person is, they contacted Rico and said, "Man, you didn't need to get down here. Them people that put a warrant out for your goddamn arrest." So Rico took his ass down there, and what they did, I guess by that time Rico got there, that the police wasn't there, you know, for the trial. So they rescheduled his trial. They discarded their warrant because he did show up, even though he was late. But they gave him another date. But Rico, the next time that you have a court date to get in that courtroom, you take your black ass in there. Don't get drunk the night before and be late, okay? And don't go in there looking like you was drunk the night before and your hair not combed good and you ain't shaved. You need to, just clean up a little bit. Shave the day before. Do it the day before. But don't go in there looking like a drunk bum. Even though I like you and stuff, but it's a time and place for everything. And you don't want to get back locked up. Not the way you say them jails is in New York. So don't put yourself through that kind of stress again. The next court date, be there early. Be there 30 minutes early. Stand outside and smoke cigarettes so it's time for you to go in there. But be on time, Rico. You a grown ass man. Um, also, some reason it was a lady that got up on Tracy panel on that live because I watched the replay. I didn't wasn't there when it was live, and her name was Afro Shenanigans or something like that. And she, because the people over in the beach sector, remix hang around over here. And so it seemed like he done just stuck his feet in the cement and is going to be a fixture in YouTube. Well, this lady got on Tracy panel and she wanted everybody in the beach sector to be aware that he have two domestic trials. He have been in trouble with domestic before. And so, ladies, if he try to go with you or whatever, just be aware he do have a history of throwing hands on a woman. And she wanted to make that very clear to the ladies of the beef sector, even though people have talked about it before, So I ain't in the shit. I'm just telling you, women, if to be aware if you do get with him and y'all be together for a while, don't be surprised if he bust you upside your head, okay? I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do. And the lady, she from the Umar sector, and he had been running her name over here and saying things about her. And she said, I don't even come to the B sector. I'm just here right now, just telling y'all that he is a domestic violence man, you know. And he had those two charges in this before. And I just want you to all to be aware. I think y'all need to know that men do throw them hands on women, not on men, on women. Okay. Now, I'm going to Lemon now. And I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna go from like now backwards. Lemon had Audio, Lolo, ZX, Malik, Tracy, Charlie, Ness, Tulsa, Mr. West, Talent, Yaya. There was several other people that was on several of his lives. Okay. Um, they talked about limitations because, like I said, Lemon did say, I mean, yeah, they talked about limitation. They changed it from wherever Lemon stay at to Vegas. So it's written in stone. It's gonna be in Vegas, not in the other town. Um, I think they're gonna stay like 2 or 3 days. That's normally how the trips go. Like the weekend. Um, and like I said, Lolo did say she was going. At first, she was saying she wasn't gonna go, but then she changed her mind and she said she was going. Now Lemon is for the ladies, he's getting them their rooms, and I think he buying some of them flight, and I think that's pretty cool. But they have to buy their own food and things like that, which it shouldn't be a problem. But child, they got to talking about the motels and stuff over there. And they was going with the like y'all know Lemons will tell you I'm cheap, and stuff. And they was talking about rooms like was $500 and all that kind of stuff. And Lemons say, hey, wait, ho, now. What they was talking about the places that really expensive. And Lemon told him, y'all need to get some breaks on this shit. I'm the one that got to come up with this money. I'm gonna be the one to make the goddamn decisions about where y'all lay y'all head. Now if y'all want somewhere different, y'all add to it and go somewhere else. Okay? Because they were talking about bread and breakfast and all that kind of shit. And Lemon said, I ain't gonna be bothered with that. Me can't be bothered. And me gonna make my own, the reservations, and me gonna do that. Either you're gonna live with it or you're gonna live without it. But this is my shit. And I don't blame him. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But honey, he said, hey, y'all put them brakes on that. Okay? Hey, the B Sector Podcast. Lemon might be drunk and shit a lot, but Lemon will say, hey, hold up. Hey, Karen Spencer. Yeah, he said, hold up. Daquan. They was talking about them high expensive places, child. And he said, hold up. Wait a minute. Hey, Jill's Comfort Zone. Hey, Lady Dimples. You had a good life. Lady Dimples on the shit. I love her lives, and like I say, I do not like uppity, but I like to see them on that panel because, honey, they be gossiping, they be getting down dirty and talking about that shit over there that I like to hear. Dimples be talking about 10 people on her chat, and then when uppity get up there, she might add 3 more or 4 more in there, child. I love it. Just seeing two ladies gossip. And I mean, they be gossiping, and I love that shit, okay? And if y'all haven't subscribed, honey, y'all need to subscribe to Dimples. Honey, because Dimples be telling the shit over there, honey. Love is blue. Is it? Is it? Oh, I think love is. What color do I think love is? To me, I think love is red, fiery. It's fiery at first, and then like my age, if the one I love was still living, it would still be red, child. Oh, just thinking about that man, child. Do something to me, honey. Hey, Sarah Vaughn. I love that man. And I just can't let him go right now. Okay. Even though it's been some years, when I think about him, it just makes my heart beat fast and stuff. And I feel like he can come to the door anytime, even though I know I'll never see him again on earth, child. But he still made my heart go pitter patter. You hear me? Just thinking about it. I'm not even saying his name, honey. Thinking about him make my heart go pitter patter. It make my body just warm thinking about him. I could just feel his arms around me. Okay. I can still feel it. And it's been some years, child. Okay. Yeah, that's what you call love, honey. And my love is still red for him. Just fire. Okay. And I just haven't found anybody that can make me feel like that. But I know he out there somewhere. But I really ain't looking for him. Not right now. But he going to make some. He gonna have to make it be fire, fire. You know what I'm saying? For me to have interest, he gonna have to make it fire, fire, fire. Okay, not just a regular fire. Okay. Ooh, child, I got off track a minute. My heart is going beating so fast just thinking about him. Golly. Ooh, let me look at the damn thing. Ooh, ooh. Okay, now audio, he's been hanging around the lemons. He comes in and he go out. But right now he hanging around over at Lemons. And he one of them people that sit up on the town panel like TMSO and be cussing and shit at the people in the chat because they read every damn thing. To me, you don't need to be doing that. If you can't stand when people saying shit about you, don't read the chat. Because, see, I don't read the chat. I don't even read my own chat when I'm live. Luckily, I be speaking to people. Because when I'm live, I be looking out in the ceiling and looking at my TV. And either my mind just went to red with my, I got better things to do than look at the chat and see people cussing me out. Well, audio can't do that. He be, hey, Lemon, did you see what such put in the chat? They got a wrench, and I think they need to be. I don't see why come they got a wrench and stuff. Well, King Coyote said put some in the chat, which him and Lemon be going back and forth every night. I don't know what made it any different between this night, except audio being a tattletale. And audio was a tattletale, and Lemon took King Coyote's wrench. Now, I don't like that. Lemon, you need to take your wrench on your own. Just because somebody on your panel and people saying stuff to them, why come you don't take no wrench when they dragging trees in the chat? Why come you don't take the wrench when they dragging nests in the chat? What Lolo get drugged every night in the chat? Why you ain't taking the wrench when Lolo get drugged? Why you don't take the wrench when you get drugged? You get drugged every night in your own chat. So I don't understand that. But audio, you need to toughen up, Buttercup, and stay out the damn chat since you can't take it. He do that all every time he goes somewhere. He's whining. I tried to give him a chance, but we can't be bothered. I don't like no whining ass man. Another person that have popped out is QI. QI to start back coming in Lemon Chat, which QI said she wasn't never gonna come back over there and this and that and all of this and all of that. Well, honey, Q would be them. QI have started coming back over there, and I think the reason that QI have started coming back over there is because that racist woman from Britain or wherever the hell she from, she done drop your black ass, or she done called you a monkey or something for you to have your ass over there lemons every night. What happened with you and that woman? What's her name? Start with him. I can't think of it, but y'all know who I'm talking about. That racist woman that did the Hitler sign and all that kind of shit. Child, bye. But the QI must have, because the woman didn't want her. You know, because QI, you have made yourself look like the dumbest nigga that I have seen in my life. Now you done crawl back over there lemons. You know, and you in the chat just putting crazy shit in the chat. And you getting on the panel sloppy ass drunk, talking crazy ass shit. And when I get sick of you, QI, I'm gonna hit that goddamn panel. Lemon took care of you pretty good the other night, but I'm gonna hit the panel and I'm gonna help Lemon. And we're gonna talk about what VS did to you. You supposed to be a big old stud, had them people over in the Mo 3 sector think you was a batty. You a pussy. And VS fisted you. VS said she did you like that, and she said your legs was in a V. QI. She had them people over there think she was a big boss lesbian. She don't even fuck around over there no more since they found out she just another girl. You're not a guy, you're a girl. And when them niggas over there found out you're just another girl, you kept your ass out over there. Okay? You had what's his name? Uh Tree. Tree thought you was batty. And Sean G thought they thought you was a real nigga. Until BS went over there and told him that you was just a girl. Hey, Nunu. Ooh, child. Let me see what's next. Lemon on one of his live, he drug Brian and Brian. Wait a minute. He said Seven said that she was thinking about getting Rob Reck, like getting him a ticket to go to Seattle and kick Lemon ass, child. And Lemon went off like a rocket. Okay, he didn't like this shit at all. I was so tickled. Oh Lord Jesus. Yeah, wouldn't that be a mess if Rob Reck do wind up pop up in Seattle, child? Ooh, child. She Seven says she gonna get a sponsor for you. Ooh, child. And Lemon, he drug Seven, which Seven been getting it because Ness been getting her, Tracy been getting her, somebody else been getting Seven. They've been banging her head everywhere. And Lemon said, Seven, where's the baby? You lied like you was pregnant. And he said some more stuff, but I ain't going into that. He drug Envy, YouTube cameras. Let me see. And Tracy drug ZX and she was calling him feeble. And she was telling him he need to get some pest that polydent for his teeth to hold them in his mouth because he had a camera slip at Bless Watkins a couple of years ago. That's why he hate Bless because he had a camera slip, and Bless kept saying, "Hey, your camera on." And ZX started running his mouth. He had forgot to put his dentures in. That's how we found out he had dentures, honey. And so Teresa was telling him he need to get some better pollen to keep his teeth in his mouth because his teeth fell out. He slipped out on one of his lives a couple of years ago. And when he in the black sector, and they caught it. And so they have a short. It's floating around here on YouTube when his teeth pop out and he push them back in. And Lemon was so drunk and he was so crazy. I love that shit. But he said Tracy was saying Polydent, and Lemon was saying Pepsodent, that toothpaste, and I was hollering, child. Lemon was saying, he put that Pepsodent in his teeth, and Tracy was saying, no, that Polygrip or something like that. It was crazy. It was funny too. And she said Teresa told when she was dragging ZX over there, she told him that he got her fucked up, and he was a feeble fucker. And Diva is offering $100 to the different CCs that if they go live on top of Lemon, like drain his chat, she'll give him $100, child. I don't know if anybody biting on it yet. And Malik asked Talent, how did he feel that it's being said that Sassy was his beard, that she wasn't his woman when they was dating, that she was like his cloak, because he gay. In so many words, that's what Malik was saying to Talent. And Lemon said, like when he did his Halloween show last year, that he did so good, like on the people donating. He said that he sent Nika some money. He wanted everybody to know. I just did that at the kindness of my heart and as gratitude of her letting choosing him to do the Halloween show. I really hate that Lemon's not gonna do that anymore. I don't know if anybody's gonna do a Halloween costume contest in the beef sector. I wish they do. But if they don't, it's just gonna be some other pass, okay? But I really hate that. Even when my people that I don't like do it, I do watch it. Like I said, Ness, her Halloween show that she did the other year, she was so drunk. Now she wasn't drunk at the beginning, but honey, at the end, she was lap-legged drunk, and I loved every minute of it. It's like 2 years ago, and she had like 1,200 in her chat. It was a good live. And I think Ness should do it again because, like I said, she had like 1,200 people in her live. I don't know why she stopped doing it, but that's if she don't want to be bothered with it, I understand. Yaya was on Lemon panel, and she let him know that she was upset with him because Audio was on the panel. And you know how he be talking shit to different people in the chat, but she tried to hit the panel to get up there to confront Audio, and Lemon wouldn't let her up there, and he got to talk his shit, and I don't like that when a content creator is somebody calling you out and talking shit to you and you in the chat and you hit that panel. Why come they can't let you up? Why they gonna let the person just keep on destroying you? And Lemon, that's not a good look. But if you want to do it like that, do it like that. But if Audio is big, you didn't let Ken up and you didn't let Yaya up. And why Audio get the protection? You already had it protected where couldn't nobody say nothing about this domestic violence because his mama was getting her butt whooped and he's supposed to jumped in it and got a charge, and then couldn't find out about 3 weeks later that was a damn lie. But why do he get all this goddamn protection? If you're gonna give him protection, you need to give everybody protection. If you're gonna make rules on the thing, make it rules for other people, not just for him. Okay, and that's just the facts. And see, what Yaya was saying, like she was on his panel a couple of nights ago, and Audio got to hit the panel and get up there and cuss her out and drag her, even though she drug him back, but she didn't get a, he let Audio up to drag her, but he wouldn't let Ken up there to drag Audio. Audio, you need to grow some balls. And Lemon, you need to leave him alone and let his balls drop. And ZX, he hit Lemon panel, and he said that Nika drug Lemon for filth. Now I didn't see the live. I got to go see that live so I could tell you guys. But Nika can drag though. Whenever she, you get her to that level, honey, she goes there. Okay. Oh yeah, I did go over there. I thought I didn't make it over there, but here I got the notes on that. Now I'm going to Nika now. Okay, I forgot I watched that. And this is some of the things that she said to Lemon. She said, fuck you and fuck your channel and fuck your wrench. Lemon, that's what she said. And she said that you had no respect for her. She said you are nothing ass bitch. And she said, Lemon, most of your chat don't even like you. She said you are nasty, vile, disgusting, disrespectful, and in the closet homosexual bitch, uh, down low, nigga. And you got the wrong, you got her fucked up. She the wrong one to mess with, hoe. And she tell you need to find you something safe to do, Lemon. You need to leave her the fuck alone. And she say, Lemon, you can't go live unless you drunk. And she said she wanted to know why you got blocked from Grindr. What did you do? She said, was it for solicitation? Because you can't sell ding ding and booty on there. I'm just telling you. They said they'll kick you off, they'll block you on Grindr. And she said you have delusions of grandeur. And she said you ain't shit, bitch. And she said a whole bunch of other stuff too. Now, if you're not subscribed to Lady Nika, y'all go subscribe to Lady Nika, because Lady Nika's all the way in the middle of the street. It ain't no porch no more. She in the middle of the street, and she cussed Lemon ass out. And ZX, you told the truth. She drug him for filth. I didn't put hardly none of what she said, in my notes. I just put some of the stuff she was saying, but she said a whole lot more, child. Lemon, I know you ain't listening to that, because if you did, you would be pissed the fuck off. Okay? Now I'm going to Lady Dimples. Now y'all know I'm crazy about Lady Dimple. She is bad as hell. She keeps shit going. And like I said, I don't care for Uppity at all. But honey, Uppity and her have the best gossip session on her live. And Dimples, she was lit. She was feeling real good, honey. She had that liquor in her, and she was full of fluid, and she was ready to do it, honey. And she talked that shit over there, honey, and I loved it. She drugged Ness, she drugged Shaquille, she drugged Honest Rowe, she drugged Pastor, she drugged Stephon. She drug Talent. She called Talent a dick in the booty ass nigga. Oh Lord. And then Seven Stars, she was over there. And she hit the link just for a second. I wishing that Seven would have stayed up there. But she hit the link and she said that talent is a covert ghetto rat. And I hollered, do you hear me? Seven just got up there and said that, and she dropped down. And I wanted Seven to stay up there because, honey, I know they would have some good gossip. But she said what she had to say and then got down. Excuse me. And then, you know, Dimples, she reinforced it and she said, "The talent, you are a ghetto rat." Dimples drug lemon. Dimples drug chocolate bay. She said that chocolate bay want Rico. And she said chocolate bay look better big than little. And I agree with that. Even though, I know he lost weight for his health and different things like that. But chocolate bay was a big old, big black teddy bear, honey. And he have lost a lot of weight, but he doing, that ain't my business. And some people want to, he wanted a new look, and he lost weight to get that new look. But Chocolate Bay, you was a big old black teddy bear when you was big, and I loved it because it looked like you just hold on to you. Even though you gay, I would like to just hug you. You look like you real huggable, lovable. But that's in the past and stuff. Like another person is big, like you want to hug, is not like go with you or nothing, just hug her. Is D Spot, cause he a big old nigga. Okay. And I would like to hug him. But I wouldn't want to go with him or nothing. I'm talking about just a friendly hug. Like, some people just look like you could hug them. And he one of them people. I tell you somebody else that look like if I met them, I would probably hug them, is Chat Rep. I would hug her tight. And then they ain't no trying to go with you or nothing, just a hug. Hey, how you doing? And hug her, real good. But and she said, Dimple said that K Fit weaponized her child. Like if you drag her, she throw that baby up and she tried to take you to court. But Dimple says she gonna keep on dragging K Fit if she ain't scared of her. It ain't nothing she can do to her. And I believe you, Dimples. And she gave St. James a slight tap, but I think they cool. I don't think they be into it, but I think they just do them. You know how some people, they swipe at each other, but they ain't trying to go gutter with them, and that's how ghetto. That's how that Dimples do St. James, because he keep coming back, so he ain't taking no offense. And she said that she drug Sassy a little bit. She gave her a little tight uh, tap, and it was about her picture, and she was saying something about her lips. Uh, that she need to get what is it? Botox in her lips, and I guess for her wrinkles too. She needs for her wrinkles like Pastor got, because Pastor had wrinkles on his forehead, and I guess he got Botox and they removed that. I don't know, but I have seen videos of him with the wrinkles up on his forehead, and I don't see them wrinkles now. So he done something, and it wasn't just because he lost no weight. He had something done, and I don't blame him. If that's what make you feel better, Pastor, do what you got to do. And plus, you got your big homecoming trip coming up, and I know you want to look fine, honey, when you go see your alumni. Ain't nothing wrong with that, because you don't want to look like no wrinkled up old man. And she got on Pastor too, and she told Sassy she's a vitamin B for her burnt lips, and she called her a fake 10%er. And she said, "Talent, you sure know a lot about the gay lifestyle." And she did you did something like that, and I hollered, cause Dimples is so bad, y'all. But yeah, she said, "You know a whole lot about the gay lifestyle, Talent. What's up?" Okay, now we get into the Mo 3 beef sector, honey. And when I named this, woo child, I can't unsee what I saw. Now it's been, but I've been, my gut been just this to you guys. Child, Jay went live today. I know I shared it, but child, she used to date SD, and they ain't together. And so every time SD see her in the chat or something, he be calling her bitches and stuff. And what the fuck you doing here? You need to get out and this and that. And a couple of days ago, I can't think of who live I was in, but he was cussing her out like that. And Jade hit the panel and she cussed him out real bad, but she left. Okay. Well, Honda, they say he went live last night and he talked about Jade like a dog, and I missed it, and I haven't went over there to see if it's still up because SD do take a lot of his lives down. Because when I see him live, I share him out because so y'all can go and see what he's about. Because he do good live and he be going off and shit. Well, he went out last night on concerning Jade like a dog. Uh, you know, he called it flamed up, and they say he was flamed. His flame was out of control. Well, child, I missed that. But child, Jay went live this morning, and it come up on my notifications. And luckily, I was there from the beginning. Okay, and when she went live, she be fiddling and stuff because she not used to going live because she really is not a content creator, but she do go live periodically. Okay. And so she was having trouble like with her camera and different things like that. But she finally got that shit straightened out after about 20 minutes. And she was dragging SD and talking about him being gay and all this kind of shit. Well, she started going through her phone because she had been threatening him for years to leave me alone. I got this video on you effing, with a transsexual. Well, I prove it, show it, show it. He been doing that for years, child. And she always said, I'm gonna expose you, but she don't never do it. She don't never show it. Okay? Well, honey, she showed some shit today. And but I seen that I can't unsee. It was a man on his knees, and you could tell it was a man. And it was one hole, not two holes. And that one hole was wide open, and below the hole you could see some balls and a dick. Okay, that was what she showed that she got out SD phone, and the way you could see it come out of his phone because she was scrolling. She was scrolling and seeing it with messages and stuff from SD to other guys to transsexuals. He liked them, and he have said on panels before that she was saying, you like transsexuals and stuff like that. And he said, now this happened on the lab a while ago. And he was saying, which one? The one with the big booty? Yeah. Because she was saying the one that was in Mystique. He said, no, you mean the one in such and such city? And it was on and popping. And she said that she was going to leave that video up. And she did. She said she didn't give a damn if they struck her or nothing. She said she didn't give a fuck. And y'all, that lab was up about 2 hours. And it showed the booty hole, it showed the nuts, and it showed the wee wee. And it was up on the knees. I don't know if it was transsexual or just a guy. But I'm assuming it's a transsexual because they keep talking about it. Him being with transsexual. And it was in she videoed herself going through his phone. She was scrolling that child. And that live was up a couple of hours, child. Because I shared it over here. And It was still up because I just left my hands and she had hit the panel. And it was still up. But then she got down. Different people ran over there to try to see it, and it was gone. But honey, you know a whole bunch of people that downloaded. She didn't give a damn. She left it up. And she said that there is more in her clouds because she said she deleted a lot of that shit concerning him. But she said it's some more in the clouds. And they were saying he at work because he drive buses. And people were saying he will tear, he go if he not get his vehicle, he gonna drive that bus home. And they were saying all kind of shit in the chat over there at my hair. And I was loving every minute of it. Cause see, my hair got whenever his laugh, they was kind of keeping it cute on what they seen. Okay. But I'm telling y'all what I saw. And so I hit my hair panel. And I was saying, oh child, wait a minute. Y'all being too damn PG over here. And I say, what I saw. I'm going to tell y'all what I saw. For the ones that didn't see what I saw a man on his knees with his butt up in the air. He was wide open. You can see only one hole, not two. So you can't say, no, that was one. No, that was a man. And then you seen balls. And then you seen a dick. Okay? Child, I feel the fuck out. And that laugh stayed up. It just went down when my hair was laughing. My hair just went off a line. You hear me, Miss Star? The purple one. Miss Amazing. And I want to know what your SD gonna do when he get off work. Because you know somebody done told him. Okay? And I also said over there in the Mo 3 sector, he be telling them guys he want to bend them over. I want to hold your hair in my hand and I want to do it. How you want to do it to them? And they be saying he trolling. How is that trolling? You telling another content creator, which is a male, not a female, you don't talk to these women on here, oh, I'm going to get you and I'm going to turn you around to the woman and I'm going to do this to you and I'm going to do it. He don't say that to the women over there that he effing. But he go into graphic detail. He made a live to Captain last week. It was to Captain and he was telling Captain how he wanted to F him, how he wanted him to suck his D. And he was going, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. He made a laugh like that. He have told Leck he want to bend him over, pull his hair while he effing him. He tried to go with my hair, but man said, hey man, I don't play like that. But he doing it too much. And to me, I would never be interested in you. And you are talking to men like that. And I'm being for real. I don't know no man that play like that. We over here. The B sector is gay friendly. It's a bunch of gay females and a bunch of gay males over here. They don't talk about like that. They don't talk about how they gonna bend somebody over and do it. They don't be like, oh, I want you to suck my D. Oh, that feel good. Oh, I like that, baby. They don't be doing that. Now, what would you think? The man have been saying that for years over there in the Mo 3 sector. And now he is saying that on the panels. Now he making whole lives to other men. He haven't did that to no women. Oh, baby, I like how you F me. I think you need to do that back. You know what I'm saying? Baby, oh, you make my D hard. He don't say that to the women. Now, do y'all get what I get out of this? I'm just asking. Oh, he ain't gay. No, he ain't gay. You ain't straight. And New Era was up on the panel with that, had some feed to talk, when I was talking up there. And I told him, you got ran out the black sector for that shit. For saying shit like that. You want to F him up in the ass and all of that and suck my. And them people over in the black sector, they ran his ass out from over there. And they paid Buddy Lee like $500 or $600. Don't let him come back for a year. He can't go over there. Ghetto really can't go to the black sector. It's not about the gay stuff or nothing. It's about how he act. Okay. And I'm just keeping it real, but I'm keeping it 100. But some people over there, when I was saying this shit over there in the Mo 3 stuff, they were still putting in the chat they were playing. New Era King got his ass off that chat when I said that about him getting run out the goddamn black sector for talking about want to do it and woman knock you out your wheelchair and get it in your booty to another man. Straight men don't talk like that. Do you know any straight man gonna say, "Hey, I want to F you up your ass. I'm gonna bend you over and pull you by your hair," cause he got hair, so he talk about how he gonna pull his hair and ram his up in his booty. And Daquan said he said that Big Chef was gorgeous. Now, what kind of man talk like that, Daquan? Mad dog, you ain't nothing but a mad dog. Mad dog. Who talk like that? He done it because he had that. It was in that video because she have Jade have always threatened to put the video out of him with this guy in a lingerie, red or pink lingerie. But then she don't do it, but she been threatening. You keep messing with me, I got this and I got this and I got this. Well, honey, she showed asshole wide open on the bed, on the knee, neck and booty, wee and balls. Okay. Yeah. Men don't play like that. And now me and him are cool. I asked L, what you gonna do when he approach you like that? And L said, Paulette, I ain't gonna talk to you no more. You almost made me cuss you out. I had to apologize now. I did say I was sorry. But he got pissed off at me over there for asking him that. I haven't seen him approach Broadway like that. I want to see him get on the captain panel. I want to see if he talked to the captain on his panel like that. Hole wide open, balls hanging low. And the wee was on the bed and it was turned to the side. Cause see, I got up on my hair panel. I said, y'all being PG over here. That wasn't no PG what I seen. And I'm gonna say what I seen, what I saw. Full moon. And that's why I named them. This live, I can't unsee what I saw. And I looked for a seesaw, but they didn't have one in the emojis. Because I was gonna put a seesaw up there. But honey, that girl left that goddamn live up. And when she said, and people say no. And then another thing on the live, because I'm gonna say what I saw. She showed some of his kids, and she was saying they was nappy headed. She talked about his kids. She drug his kids. She drug him. She called him a pedo. She said his wife is a pedo too. Jade went arm and hammer. Do you hear me? Jade is sick of him. He keep throwing up her father. Her father passed. And he was very disrespectful to her at that time. Okay. He gave her a big ordeal to try to get to your daddy's funeral. I don't think a person need to be messing with you because your mind already messed up over losing your parent, and then your nigga acting a fool. And then when it's all boiled down, she had to get a ride to the funeral, and wherever state they is, he stressed that girl out to the max. Because she was trying to, hey, baby, we need to go over here and get you a nice outfit. Because you want your nigga to look good when you going home. If you don't live in that town, and even if you do live in a town, if you lose a parent or whatever, you want your significant other to look the best. You want people to say, wow, Paul, that got a good looking man. You know, but he gave her such a hard time. She was talking about her daddy when she was going through the death and all of that. He was very, very disrespectful to her. And she held back on him for so many years. He have drug her daddy. But whatever he said on his live last night that he did over in the wee hours of the morning, whatever he said, because I missed the live, he rubbed her all the way wrong. And she went to the gutter on him today. I want to see how he's going to recover from this, because I've always called him gay. Back. I've always called him back because he loved women, but he like men too, and that's what you are, bisexual. They have a name for everything, and I ain't nothing wrong with being bisexual. That's you. That's you. But your mate need to know. It don't need to be a surprise. And Jade is a lot younger than SD. He picked her as young when she was a girl. I'm sure he groomed her. And I'm just being fucking 100% for real. He groomed her. And then she went to him. And that's just the way it happens every day. Kids are groomed. Like I said, it's a bad world out there. You need to make your child available to you on any situation to come to you. Like I said, you can't be with them every day, all day, 24 hours a day. It's vultures out there that might give them a little $20 or bring them some McDonald's while they're waiting at the bus stop. It's so many things can happen. Like walking to your little friend's house. The world is a world. You can't be with them every day. He quick to cuss a woman out and don't say nothing to the men. But it's a lot of men in all these sectors. They do that. They cuss the women out and say the vilest, nastiest things to you. But then with the men, they'll kind of get into it, but then they'll pull back. It happens every day on here. I know the ladies, you see it. But that's why if I get into it with a nigga, I go hard on their ass at the beginning. I hate low. And that's just a fact. And that's on any set I go to. If a nigga come at me, I go low. Before you start getting all them bitches and all that shit out. I'm gonna hit you real hard. But you see it how they talk to these women on here. So, it don't bother me to see a woman go low with them. Because how many raggedy holes in your neck, stinking bitch, and your pussy dry, and don't nobody want you, you raggedy hole, and it's crazy. But I've seen guys, I'm serious, they pull all the way back. When they see other male is I'm with the shit, they pull all the way back. And we see it happen over and over and over and over. Okay? And that's why I kick them in the balls, that's with a pointed show, boot on with the steel in the toe, because you have to. But she drug his kids. She drug his daddy because his dad is supposed to be on oxygen. I guess he had the cancer, which I hate that for the man. But she talked about that. Like I said, she talked about the kids. She called him a pedo. She called his wife a pedos too. So like evidently she like young men. Uh, she didn't hold no bars, and she said she got more. And she also, when she was on the hair panel, she said that she was going to the fair. I guess they fair going on right now. And she said she will be at the fair tonight. I guess she's taking her kids to the fair. She letting them know where she at. That's all I got. It is what it is. But he put her to that point where she don't give a fuck. Okay? Like I said, she showed the kids, talked about his kids, how they clothes, they shoes, hair, from the top of their head to the bottom of their feet. And she talked about him the same way. Okay? Miss Lacey, you telling the truth. They do. They fear each other. And see, the women on here, they don't fear each other. You know, to me, like in the Mo3 sector, since I've been over there, like I say, when them women say they're gonna pull up, they pulls up and they fight. But now they don't do it so much because the police be involved. And like Coolin got put on probation and shit. I don't blame him. I wouldn't fight another soul on here. I wouldn't give a damn what they said. I would just leave. You know. And like Jackie, she don't need to meet nobody else and fight. Oh no, none of them ladies over there need to be pulling up on each other fighting. I don't agree with it. Never have, but I do watch it. When they talk about pull up, I watch it. I ain't gonna tell no lie. Another thing that happened in the Mo 3B sector, uh, Mal 1 and SD got into it. And they have been bickering back and forth for a long time, but they have never got this heated. Well, the other night it got heated because SD started asking him questions, and he wasn't answering the questions, right? Because he always talking about he's from South Dallas or however they say it. And evidently he's not from South Dallas, which I don't see what the big damn deal is, about what city you from and what state. Hell, it's just another damn city in another damn state. Ain't none of them better than the other. But, it's a big deal to some people over there in the Mo 3 sector. I'm South Dallas and all that kind of shit. Well, the next day after this last thing they got into it, I think it was on SD channel. And then it was some more guys in the chat and on the panel, and they were saying, "No, man, you lied," telling the guy, Mal 1, 100 the next day. I don't know what panel it was on. I missed it, but I heard about it out there in the YouTube streets. They got into it on somebody's panel. And SD got in his vehicle and went to where Mal 1 told him to come to. Where Mal 1 was nowhere to be found. Now, what I did go into on somebody's lab, and SD was at like a place where you get tacos at. So he wasn't running from Mal 1 or anything. He had tacos and chilling out there and stuff, and he stayed until he just got tired and left. Well, while he was live in the area that Mal 1 told him to come to, Mal 1 went over there to Mysterious live and hit her damn pound and said SD had called the police on him. Well, see, Mysterious, she was in the clouds watching all of this. She was, you can go back and forth between the lives. And it depends on how many devices you got and this and that, okay? because I only have a computer. I got a phone, but I like the computer because it's big, and I be in all kind of lives on here. I have all kind of tabs open. But on that live, Mysterious was like in them two lives. She probably was in three or four. Well, she know that SD didn't call no damn police on him, and she let Mal one have it, honey. She let him have it with both barrels. And she said, told him he was a damn lie. SD ain't called no damn police on you. He eating. He's over there in the hood, in your hood eating, and you are a liar. And she talked to him real crazy, which she needed to, because why would he go over there to her and tell her a lie? And I'm glad she stopped him right then, because see, that could have spread like wildfire over in the most 3 seconds that SD called the police on him. And so that put a stop to that lie. Well, different days after that, when people would talk to Matt One about it, he had so many excuses and lies, and I seen him, and just crazy shit. That man is something wrong with him, you know. And then like a person that talk won't never shut up. They've always said them people are liars, and I've seen that they are liars. And see, he never stopped talking. He always run his mouth. And, he proved to the Mo3 sector that he is a big ass lie. Okay? So, that to me, Mal One, like, is through over in the, even though he might be over there running around, they ain't going to be bothered with him. He troll food now. And he haven't been as active as normal for him on YouTube. He's not as active. And then now, him and SD talk, because see, SD done humbled him down, and now he want to be SD friend. Okay? And see, that's some weak ass shit. You talking about putting 100 rounds. He was talking that kind of stuff. And SD had his shit too. And now this part of the live I missed. They say he pulled them out on the live over there. I think he was at China's or somewhere like that, or Asia's, or one of them ladies live. And he pulled out the bang bang, the guns and stuff, which he will pull them out, because I done seen him 1,000 times. He don't give a damn when he get to that level. But Mal One had talked about the bang guns first, and then SD showed his. So SD was ready. But he went to where Mal One told him to go. He went a couple of places over in that, trying to, hook up with Mal One. And Mal One disappeared like a ghost. He wasn't nowhere to be found, child. Let me see. Wait a minute. Let me see what else I got to say. Now look at me. Okay. Now I'm going to Not On My Watch. I went by her live. I think it was like a downtime on YouTube. It wasn't nothing going on in the B sector. There wasn't nothing going on in the Mo3 sector. And so I looked at my notifications and I seen Not On My Watch. And I can't think of what her title was, but I stopped and I hit her like, I went on her. I was late getting there. And when she was talking about making some calls and stuff. So what I heard over there, she had called Jackie's PO. She knew the PO name from before. Well, when she got to the PO, Jackie's PO has changed. Her parole officer is a different lady now. The other lady is no more. She gone somewhere else. Well, the new one, she let her know that she said that Jackie was doing terrorist threats. She said she had videos of Jackie fighting, all kind of stuff. And she said she had. And she got the lady's email address, and she was gonna send all that information to her PO. Plus, she said a lot of shit, and I think that live is still up. I don't know if it is still up, but I'm thinking it might be. But that spread through B sector like wildfire. And I heard the different content creators are calling CPS on each other. They call it POs. They call it like somebody called the FBI. Now I don't know because I wasn't in the live. I wasn't in the lab when they were calling CPS, so I don't know for sure. Um, and the ladies have been up into it over there, and like Big Baby and Jackie, they've been into it with Meek, and not on my watch. Uh, Asia been into it with Jackie. Them. It's been just China being in it. Uh, Cooling been into it to a little bit. GG been into it. TT. Who else? T Top has had to do a video, and it was a good laugh. But she let it be known what she wasn't gonna pull up with, and then she ain't no punk and this and that. And hey, they don't left her alone. I ain't seen nobody say nothing about her anymore. Um, see who else into it. The captain and Lack been into it. They've been, but they say they okay now, but they even got into it. They were doing lives on each other, but they say they weren't gonna go live for live on each other. Um, it's something to do with that bean contest that Lack had, and they say something about $300. Now I don't know the whole story, so I ain't gonna get into it too deep. I'm just briefly telling you guys what's going on. Um, I don't know if Jackie and the captain is gonna be cool as they used to be, but I think they still cool. That's what it looked like. I think they're simmered down because they was into it. I hated to see that, but that's why T Top had made that video I told you guys about. Because she was saying I ain't never scared and all that kind of stuff. And Jackie had made her videos, addressing the captain. And the captain has made his videos addressing T topics, Sweet Pea, several of them, you know, and they have bagged off each other. Um, Mick and Jackie, and they still. I don't think they'll ever be cool, but some kind of way they done got into it again, and I think that's why a lot of these phone calls are going on. It is what it is. They also had a strike war going over there, and some of the content creators were saying, "Yeah, I did it. Here's this they show that they have struck people." But they want to blame a lot of the stuff on Jackie. Now Jackie showed her strike list, and she ain't doing a whole bunch of strike because she showed it. What I want to know is these other people that's saying that Jackie and them doing all the striking. I want to see y'all strike list. Jackie showed her. Why come y'all ain't showed y'all? Y'all hollering about her doing all the striking, and she showed her strike list. Why y'all ain't showed y'all? Shut the fuck up until you show your damn strike list. Jackie ain't doing all this shit. She ain't making them girls do her striking. They doing that shit because they want to. And to me, in the Mo3 sector, the people that don't know how to strike, y'all need to fucking learn how to strike. Because there's a lot of shit that's being done to y'all. And y'all ain't doing nothing back. Y'all the one losing channels. If y'all losing channels, they need to lose channels. And that's just the fucking way it is. or you give somebody some motherfucking permission to strike on your behalf. And if you need somebody, I can tell you your name right now. All you got to do is get in touch with uh, Octavius Prime, and he will represent you. He will strike for you, and them motherfucking strikes gonna go through. He also get lessons on striking. I don't want to be bothered with the shit, but if the shit get too tough on me out here, I will attend his class, and we'll strike back. And it is what it is. If I think you struck me, I'm gonna get you. It ain't gonna be no uh this Octavius Prime. He'll be your representative. He man, he lemons. He was Pizarro's. I don't. No, he wasn't Pizarro. He man. He's lemons. He's somebody else. He a couple of people over here in the beef sector, and like I said, he will do it. But either you can. He'll teach you how to do it. What you do to strike a person that has struck you. And it is what it is. If you got to fight fire with fire. Because if I was like Broadway, them losing all them goddamn channels, and like my hell, have lost a lot of channels. Uh, and then they be saying, well, I don't strike. Well, you getting struck. And you know who's striking you. If you don't know how to strike, you need to learn how to goddamn strike, because your ass is getting struck out. You getting demonetized. You get losing channels. Like Cooling. Cooling need to learn how to strike. So they knock her down out every time she started the channel. They've been knocking Jackie down every time she started the channel. Whoever they is. Now, I ain't saying who they is. I don't know. Jackie got a good idea who they is. Cooling got a good idea who they is. Broadway, he got a damn good idea of who it is. But that's why people are moving to Twitch. I'm really liking this move that that Broadway them have done. Mahea's on Twitch now. He's monetized. It's not hard to get monetized over there. The striking shit, they don't be doing that shit over there. Another thing for the people that's on Twitch, a lot of people have been playing the material over here on YouTube, but there has been content creators. Their shit has been played on YouTube, and they are striking people for playing their shit on YouTube, which I don't blame them. If I don't give you permission to play my shit on YouTube, I'm going to strike you. I would do that. I would strike them. Well, that's what's being done now. Okay, that's another thing, move. And I like seeing that move, because if you don't like me, you really don't need to be playing my shit. And so those strikes are going through. So I don't know how many people are going to get struck or none of that kind of shit. But I know I do see stuff from Twitch over here being played on YouTube. And I heard that, people are striking now. So there's going to be some more shit. They're going to be saying they done so wrong and they struck me. You playing that material without their permission. And you don't like it. Okay? And there's people on YouTube that are playing. People on Twitch that are playing people that they don't like. YouTube on their Twitch. Because a lot of shows I miss, I can watch them. And I'm seeing a lot of shit on both sides, on YouTube and on Twitch. Another thing I heard, now, over I joined the Kick app. Remember, I told you guys that a couple months ago because the captain he had said that he was gonna go to start doing material on Kick and Twitch, and that's how I got those. I had you know uh, got on those apps, but the captain never did do nothing with it. So when Broadway started his Twitch, I was already in Twitch, so I went straight to his page. Uh, Now I have tried to. I don't know how to go live myself on Twitch. I have the thing is taking me through a whole bunch of goddamn uh loops to get do live on Twitch. I asked Broadway about it, but he said he didn't have to go through all that shit I'm going through. They say it's an easy way to get on Twitch. I just haven't figured that out yet because I wanted to do content the same. I want to do it on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and that can be done because Broadway them been doing it. The captain been doing it. Uh, Jackie, she was doing it. Big Baby. So it's nothing wrong with doing that, and you can stream on both apps your show. Uh, but I got to figure out how to go live on Twitch. I haven't figured that out yet. Maybe somebody could help me, tell me where to go on my screen. I've looked everywhere, and I don't want to go through all them goddamn steps that they've been telling me to go through. I'm in a boot camp and shit, y'all. And every time I finish this level, then they got me going to another goddamn level. I'm getting badges for completion and all that kind of shit. And they ask me a bunch of fucking questions, and I don't feel like doing that. And I wish somebody tell me what fucking button to push. Because there's people that's going live on Twitch that haven't downloaded the app. So I don't know what I need to do. I'm kerfuffled on that shit. But I don't go live that much, so it really don't matter. But I just wanted to do both since I'm seeing other people do both. I want to, even though my old ass don't know how to do shit, I want to learn. And like Mahale said, we talked about it on his live. It's a lot of shit over there he don't know. But I told him to hell stay on there, stay live, and just figure the shit out. Just push some damn buttons. That's what I'm gonna do. If I ever could get live on that damn thing, I'm gonna just start pushing buttons. Okay, Jenny Love, you hear me? I'm gonna just start pushing goddamn buttons. Okay, now I'm going to talk about that. Another thing Jay said on her live, she said the SD was in debt. Um, she also showed like she had to pick him up one morning after he had laid up all night with his friend, and he had to take the ride of shame home. She had to go get the nigga and take him home, and she talked that shit to him. Do you hear me? She talked that shit after he done laid up with a man all night. Yeah, he have helped everybody get on Twitch. But she was talking like that too, child. And she was telling, she was talking that shit to him. He was like, please turn off the camera. Don't have it on me. Don't be showing me. All that kind of shit. And she made him confess to her while she was talking that shit to him, driving down the road on his ride of shame, y'all. After he done laid up all night with another man. His woman had to pick him up. Do y'all hear me? I believe everything her. I always said that. I said that when she was on Mayor panel, because I was still up there. Okay? Lady Sparkles, girl, honey, y'all missed it, honey. I had put it on my wall for y'all to come over there. Jenny, you want to know how to do 20 hours? Jenny, I'm serious. Over there, when it's, it's, hey, you want to be we want to be a partner or whatever. And I pushed that yes. And honey, it took me to a thing. Like I said, I'm earning badges for completing a step. And then after I complete all these steps, then it took me to another thing. I got to go through other questions, answering these damn questions. And then when I finished, it take me to another thing. You have to go. I'm in some kind of camp over there, y'all. Because when you think about it, what heterosexual woman gonna honestly tell you her man is bisexual? Yeah, and Jane, like I said, she's a young girl. And this was a couple of years ago when she found out that he was sleeping with men. And I'm telling what he told her, like, you unsee what you saw, or you unhear what you heard. CB, yeah, CB already said that's how she got infected. Yep. And that guy that she was with, that information that he had, she said that wasn't right. And she said that I think they sent him something. And she looked at it. And that's how she found out he the one that infected her. And he's still out here popping around and going with women and got that shit. Yep. Yep. He was bisexual. And just like SD, he just need to say, I'm bisexual. I like both. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Because if I was bi, I'd tell people I was bi. Or if I just like girl, yep, now I'm a lesbian. And I have as many women as I wanted. If I was like that, I'm not like that though. I would have me. If I was a lesbian, I'd have me a woman, and that's just as plain as I can get it. You know, it ain't nothing wrong with that if that's what you like. I wouldn't hide what I like. You know what I'm saying? If if I was a lesbian and I did not like men, I would let the world know I don't want no man. They'll be coming to me like that. I like girls. I would just say it just like that. I have no interest in men. Or if I was bisexual, well, I like both. You know, I like both. It's people that's in a relationship with bisexual women and men. You know, either you're gonna put up with it, or either you're not. Because there's some people that's bisexual and they have a woman or a man. This is my main woman, and the woman or man say, "I don't want you with nobody else. I don't want you doing that." And you have to make a decision. Do I want to quit that to keep this person? Because they don't go along with that shit. Why not be open? Because a partner is physical. You're touching bodies. You can't get no closer than that. Why not tell a person? You can't get no more closer than that. Why be shy? You like what you like. You know, Everybody don't like the same damn thing. And that's just the truth. Okay. Another thing that happened, Josh and Duck got into it. Okay, no, the way this happened was uh on 357 Broadway over on Twitch. I was there, you know. Uh uh 88 Daddy was over there and he was tore up, okay? He was fucked up. Well, Duck hit the link and Duck was just up there. And then Ferraro said something concerning Jackie the Duck. It wasn't no speaking or nothing. He went right in. And Duck said, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not in nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. And he was, yeah. But you're not talking to Duck. And then they got into it. And I mean, they was into it for a long time. and they was throwing them blows, okay? And then Duck started talking about 88, and he started talking about CB. Well, Josh was in the chat, and he was telling Duck, "Hey, you need to slow down, on CB, But Duck wasn't talking to Josh; he was talking to Ferraro or whatever his name is. But Duck seen that, and he was saying, "Man, you can't tell me what to do. You know, I'm talking to him. He their daddy." And it went back and forth, but then they settled down over it at Broadway's. And Duck and Ferraro kept on arguing. Well, after they left Broadway's, after his show was over, because I stayed there till the end, but honey, I went to sleep. Because I got that new great grandbaby child, and she is beautiful with a head full of hair. But they say that they went over to channels. Well, they bumped head over there again. They were on the panel together, and honey, Josh and Duck. Ooh, Josh have been out the porch and he is dragging. You hear me? And so Duck and him, they had a drag out, and I missed that, but I got to listen to it over there at Mahaya's. And they was going pretty hard on each other. So I don't think that that's over. Josh is out here swinging. He still loves CB, and and I'm glad that he there for her. Because she got dealt a terrible blow, finding out that she had HIV, and Josh is still in her corner. Even though she had another man and all that, Josh ain't thinking about none of that. He in love with that woman. So I believe they back together, even though I haven't heard them officially say it, but I think they really back together. Well, while Duck and Ferraro were arguing last night, Ferraro called him a half breed and white boy and all that kind of stuff. And he wasn't a good daddy and all that. And Duck was telling him he had been in prison for 25 years and he was dragging him like that. They was going, him and Ferraro was going back and forth. But Ferraro was going into it with a couple of people. You know how you be drunk and you could just get into it with people? Like Josh say, man, I ain't doing this and stuff. But they, and Ferraro was asking Duck, why you over here? And Duck say, hell, this is my brother panel. This is my brother. I go we're anytime I want to. This is my brother. And I understand that. Should nobody ask Duck why he over here at 357 Broadway's show, because it's his damn brother. And that should never be asked. Duck might be up there acting an asshole, but still that's his brother. And the only one that can kick him out is his brother. So if he ain't got no problem with Duck being over there, should nobody else have no problem with Duck being over there? That's the way I feel about it. Okay. Another thing that happened, Vato, he been on house arrest ever since I've been over in the Mo 3 sector. They say, now I don't know that he been on house arrest like 5 years. I don't know. But I know one thing, whatever kind of house arrest he on, that's the kind I want to be on. Because y'all, he made a baby. He got a little girl child. She's over a year old. But he is off. He don't have that on his ankle no more. He went to court and won. But he was on, she said, boy, I told evil. Well, honey, he ain't got that damn thing on his. Christopher Brown said he definitely 5 years. Well, he got the record to me on having an ankle monitor. And then, like I say, and he did another smart thing. He didn't let nobody on YouTube know he was going to court. That was a smart move because these MFers, they would have been calling everywhere to fuck him up. He would have got found guilty if these niggas on knew. But honey, he kept that shit hid. And when he got off that damn boss lady saying and the sector ain't don't wanna touch his information. Child. But I'm just saying he got off of that damn anchor monitor, child. I know he probably don't know how to act. Cause I'd be like a wild beast if I was on anchor monitor that long. And when Josh and Duck was into it, Gina kept jumping her raggedy ass in there. Gina, you need to stay in your own lane. Them was two men. You have nothing to do with this. I don't know why you jumped in everybody fight. You didn't meet up with boss lady. She called you. She told you she was coming to Vegas, and you didn't do nothing. She called you all the way out, but your ass was trying to make her go to where police was gonna be at, so she could get arrested. You coward asshole. But see, if I was me, I would have let you know I was at Vegas. I would have been sitting in the cut at that goddamn store that you walk through every day, and I would have just walked up on you like a friendly walker, and I would have busted you in your motherfucking mouth and got back in my car and went back my way. And that's what I would have done. I would have fucked you up real quick, Gina. Now, that's what I would have done. I would have got you. I would have got you. I would have met you halfway on that walk to the store, and I would have busted you in your motherfucking head real quick. And I would have got in my shit and drove off. It's that simple. Dumb bitch. Talking all this shit in a coward. Hey, Lottie Dottie. We like the party. Yeah, he was drunk as a skunk. He was. Hey, she talked too much. And she never shut up. Hey, Don's Diva. Hey, Christopher Brown. See. Hey, Lady Sparkles. Hey, sweetie. Child, if you didn't see that video, yeah, honey. Ooh, child. Jay dropped the hammer on on SD. And child, I can't wait to get up here because I'm gonna run my black ass back over there to them more 3 seconds, and I'm gonna hit every live. I'm looking for SD. Y'all hear me? And if any of y'all find out and see him, share it so I get it. Okay. Okay. Child. Hey, Erica Loves. Mafia Matt. Child. I I'm gonna be looking everywhere for SD. Hey, Full Moon. Ooh, child, honey. Jay did the damn thing. I'm telling you, she dropped that hammer today. She did the arm and hammer. Hey, Queen Tulsa. Hey, T Topic. I'm trying to make sure I spoke to everybody. And I'm gonna see if I got anything else on my notepad, child. Yeah, I'm a great grandmother again. Alana is her name. She weighs 7 pounds 2 ounces. Child, 22 inches long, got long feet, long big hands, beautiful with a head full of hair, child. Hey, Red Bear TV. Hey, Pac Man. Hey, Kim B. Hey, Snapping Turtle. Hey, OG. Wait a minute. OG girl. 1028. Ah. And if y'all haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to donate, please donate. Hey, Miss Lacey. Hey, Shay. Hey, Uprise. Ah. Hey, Black Pearl. Hey, Trey. Hey, the purple one. Hey, Daquan. Hey, Honey Love. Hey, Bird Bird. You been pecking, child. Hey, honey. Hey, Drip Zone. Quite a few people came in good. Hey, Liz. Live Liveness. I think that's everybody. Let's make sure. Because I always miss somebody. Hey, Yana. Hey, Shani. Hey, Greg White. Greg White said when he said he was gonna make old boy booty cream, I knew he was yeah. Honey, I knew he was way before that. He been talking so nasty to these guys, and I just be looking at him. I was, oh, Lord have mercy, Mr. Mason. I couldn't put up with my You couldn't be You can be no. You ain't gonna do me like that. Hey, Mister, either you gonna be with me or somebody else. Especially if you think you supposed to be mine. You don't thinking this going on, and you find out it is. Hey, BPG, Big PG, Big BPG said I definitely screenshotted, screen recorded, and cursed my phone and asked forever. I went to wait a minute. Oh Lord, I went to it in the middle of his live, and it was on private. So she must have done it through the live. She must have done it while she was on there at my house, child. Hey, Don Play. Yeah, yeah. To me lately. He's talking about it too much, and he's being too graphic. He's being graphic. He's talking about how he want to do it to you, and how he want to do it to you. That's how he talking to the men over there. Remember, SD also said he liked men pussy better than a woman. He did. He said he liked pussy better than pussy a long time ago. Y'all, what? How much more can you say? And y'all don't get it. And it took this for you to get it, and you still don't get it. Child, I ain't going. No. Hey, you too, Cameron. Child, child. Hey, Brown Beauty's World. Child. Honey, he. Mm. Mm. Yeah, he got Jay because she was young. You know, he got her because she was young. And like I said, South Carolina are predators out there. You got to teach your kids the world is not beautiful out there. It's not like that. It's not lilies and tulips, and it's not like that. Like the commercial show. You know, you is Paulette Waters, Dimples, Uppity, and Seven are one of the realest ones. in the B sector, in my opinion. I ain't got time for that bullshit. You know, Sassy need to put on. But they got something for that, because like my cousin, she had her lips tattooed. Because it had that pink, you know how that some people had that pink stuff on their bottom and their top lip. And see, it was real, it was just noticeable on her because she was a dark skinned woman, and your lips half red and half brown. And she would, before she had this tattooing, uh, she had to use different kind of lipsticks to cover, half of her mouth, and then use another one and to blend. She had to do a lot, to make her lips up to go, because she wore lipstick every day, but she had to show, I seen how she had to apply her stuff, and it was a procedure. You do your different color lipsticks, to make it tone out, and she did that till she was like in her late 30s, and her daddy had her tattoos, her lip tattooed, her lips tattooed as a gift to her, and he would have them touched up. Her daddy did that for her. Hey, Comet. Hey, Big Red Diva. You been partying, child? Huh? Big Red Diva be partying, y'all. Hey, M&M boys. You caught the replay. She dragged him good. She sure did, child. She got she got SD. And she said there is more. That she was gonna go in her clouds. Child. And see, they say she put stuff on her wall, like some of the text messages that was in his phone between him and that guy. They said she put that on her wall. Hey, Nunu. And I'm gonna run over there and see if it's still on her wall. Hey, Kenny Latimer, let's straighten it out, baby. Hey, Candy Cane. A lot of people came in here. Hey, Ronnie Howard. Hey, Sarah Vaughn. Uh, I'm still speaking. Hey, Jill's Comfort Zone. I had a lot of people coming to see me. I think that's it because I see Dimples, and I know she bought her fast ass in here earlier. Sure did. She bought her little fast ass scraping up my damn floor in her high heel. I hate when you have company like that. Just walk up your floor, tear up your carpet. I'm gonna teach you how to walk in them heels on it. No, Jay took it down. Hey, Fatina. I think that's everybody. Okay, now I'm getting ready to go back to my notes to see if I missed anything. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Okay, now I went to Mahail's, and Mahale been live. He been going live on several channels, and when I see his notification, I run over there. Um, on his panels, some of the people that's been on his panels was Royalty 88. Let me see. Josh, um, Swedish Brown. She's Swedish Brown back out here. She been active, on YouTube lately. Um, of course, Gina, Al. I think Slim was on Mahale's the other day. That's just a few of the people that I could just name off the top of my head because I didn't make a list on this. Fontana, Bato, Texas 713, China. Some of this is several live because I haven't been live for a couple of days. One of the lives at 88 was on the panel. She said that she was the one that struck Jackie Page. I put a note in here. It was a strike war going on up over in the Mo3 sector. Um, and then today they discussed Josh. Today they discussed what's going on at SD. Jackie hit his link, and then she, said a little more about what she had to say. And then before she jumped down, she let it be known that she will be at the fair today. See, that's about it. Okay. Now I'm going to Captain. And some of the people that's been going on his lives is Sanity, Jenna, Meek, uh, Coolin, 88, Mysterious, Nanny Dog, Jackie, Simon, Swedish Brown, IGT. There's been several people over there. That's just naming a few, okay? Well, like I said, 88 says she took Jackie Page because they doing that uh this, the war. One night over there at the Captains, he let 88. She was up there the whole live. He had like Twitch going, YouTube, and he was over 1,000. It was a great live. Uh, he got P-bombed by 88. She had been up there for a long time, and before she left, she wound up P-bombing him. He kept the live going. Um, he kept the live up even when he was not on YouTube. I don't know if he got struck on that live, but it was a good live. Everybody was into it over there. Stop Line TV, not Stop Line, not Stop Line, Straight Like That. He was asking the captain a lot of questions concerning Jackie, Big Baby, Big Lack, different questions. And Big Lack was also on the panel. One of the people that came up. It was constantly people changing on that panel. It was a good live. He asked about the captain, how was he going with him and Jackie? How was it going with Big Baby? How was it going with Jackie? He was being real nosy, stirring up shit, okay? And Lack, told him, hey man, why are you doing this and this and that? And the captain said, no, let it keep going. We can keep going. He can ask me anything he want to ask me. And captain said, Big Lack said, man, don't you see what's going on? He trying to start some shit. And captain said, he can go on. And then he started saying stuff about what's going on with him and Big Lack. And Big Lack was saying, Captain, you got a problem with me? And the captain, no, I ain't got no problem with you. And that back and forth. And they would almost get into an argument. But then, like I say, how the men do, they'll pull back. Well, Big Lack pulled back, but he went and made a laugh, honey. Wow. The captain was still alive. And then captain started saying stuff about Big Lack and why you go over there and start your laugh. And what the hell going on? And so the captain started kind of dragging. And then people were saying in the chat, and some of the people on the panel were saying, man, they'll be doing that, Straight Like That, know what he was doing. He was trying to get y'all into it, man. And Straight Like That, he eased out. He exit stage left. He slid out of their chat after he got all this shit going. And so then the captain, he drove Big Lack, and he said it wasn't going to be no back and forth thing. And he kept talking shit. And then he was saying, yeah, Big Lack, you be going live at night talking all that shit. And I'm live right now on you. Why you live? And this and that. And so Big Lex stopped his live. And then Captain said, "Man, why you stop the live? Keep your live going. We having fun and this and that." You know how the Captain do, just acting a fool. And then he said, "We ain't gonna be doing no back and forth." And so on the live he tried to do today, the Captain, he was getting like them glitches. You like be going in and out and static and all of that. And he tried YouTube and Twitch and it didn't work. So he said he will try it again tomorrow. Hopefully he come on tonight. But you know, he got a family. He might have some plan for the night. I enjoy watching it whenever he come on. You know, I enjoy watching Mahale. I enjoy watching Big Black. I enjoy watching Duck. I like watching Jackie. I like watching Room Shaker. And Room Shaker, for the people that are interested in the protests of the ICE and all of that, go to her channel. She been getting a lot of views on that. It's a lot of people interested in it. I be in and out on her live because I don't care. You know, I ain't want to sit there and watch that in a long time. But I do support her, and it's working for her. Okay? Because some people want to see her all. And she in Chicago, and she'd be a fool not to do content on this. Because you really don't have to talk much. You know, she could sit in the car with the. Sometimes she be in her vehicle, and she be right at the gate on that, doing them live that she's doing. But now she been in a spot like a little bit down the street, but it's pointing right at that gate, and that's what she be doing. And you be seeing people out there, you know, they be screaming stuff and all of that. Sometimes she talk to some of the people that's out there protesting on both sides. Um, she got a lot of balls too, because they have been cutting people tires. I think one of her tires got cut. Uh, they have been using pepper spray. You know, I don't know if she been getting that part of it, but I have been noticing it on others. You know, people that's doing lives out here. I be getting shorts on that kind of stuff, and like one of the shorts I seen, like a 5 minute live, they was showing they was tear gassing a couple of days ago. And see, I don't know how often that happens, because one night they was like trying not to let vehicles through to get into their facility where they holding some of the people, and the people was like hitting the van, standing in front of the van, and all of that, and the drivers just kept going. So you better move out the way, because I ain't stopping. It's been like that kind of situation, and I was on my, you know, tippy toes because I was so scared I was gonna see somebody actually get run over. But they was moving out the way, but they was still beating on the vehicle, and that's what made they was trying to get into the gate, and that's why the tear gas came out. And I don't know why they acting like that, because the way this shit going, them army men got big old rifles, and if they get the go ahead to shoot, they're gonna shoot. You know, they have orders, and if they get ordered to shoot, they're gonna shoot, and they ain't gonna be shooting for no leg, because they not trained for that. They train like the police. They want to do the headshot, chest shot. You know, it is what it is. You know, and I ain't trying to tell, you know, I ain't on no side, you know, because I understand on both sides, okay? I understand, but, you know, I'm just glad it's not in my life. Now, one thing I found interesting the other day, they detained a superintendent for a school district. I think it was in Iowa or somewhere. He was from like the islands. He been over here for a long time, but he is not a citizen. And they also found out, you know, because the people are protesting on him. Let him go, let him go. We love him. He's such a great this and that. He's wonderful for our district. And honey, them white people out there, do you hear me? They was out there, boy, they was acting a fool over him being detained. Well, come to find out, he overstayed his visa. He had also had a confrontation, like getting pulled over by the police, and he had a gun in his car. And like I found out that if you're not an American citizen, you are not allowed to have weapons I didn't know that, especially in your car. And see, he got charged with that years ago, and see that come up. So, honey, you know they're gonna deport him. And when all that came out, then the people stopped protesting for him to be let go. Well, I think, I think, oh, they say he had a whole bunch of money, like in his car when they stopped him this last time, thousands and thousands of dollars in his car, and I think he had a gun too. So see, that's his second offense, having a weapon. Now I think that they let him go, but I'm not 100% sure of it. But the school district need to do a better job on who they hiring for these positions. Cause see, they should have knew he had overstayed his visa, right? They should have knew about the gun charge, right? So I don't know how he worked that. So I know the school district in what Iowa or whatever state that is, they gonna tighten up their shit. In other states here too, because they was making a big deal. They was saying why they pick him and well he wasn't doing nothing. When he had the support, do you hear me? Them white people were supporting that man, and they were saying why now? And we want him out and all of that shit. And then when it come out, all this other shit, then the things changed, child. And he resigned from his position. So I don't know what he's gonna do now as far as employment. But he's very highly educated. But he made some bad decisions. But man, as long as you've been over here, you should have been applying for your citizenship a long time ago. So that was on you messed up. Well, see, he probably wouldn't get it because of the weapons charges back in the day. He probably would not be able to be a citizen because, like I said, they are not allowed to have weapons. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Hey, Mama runs this, Nikki. Hey, got to say, but that's what's going on. Let me see what it is. Um, hey, Vino. Trying to think, is anything else going on? Hey, Michelle. Hey, Disley. And you know what? Like with Room Shaker being out there, because she be out there for hours. I would have like cold drinks. I would be selling them people sodas. I'd be having potato chips, candy bars. I'd have all this shit in my car. You know, I'd be making me some damn money out there. Hey, Mills. Yeah, I'd be making me some damn money. Blue skies. I would be making me some money. Because I know them people thirsty. Hey, chopping it up, TV. And I'd also have milk because, when they do that tear gas, they say if you put milk in your eyes, pour milk on your face, it'll take away the burn. I seen that when they was doing the riots like in Milwaukee a couple of years ago. They kept gallons and gallons of milk out there because they were getting tear gas so much, and you could see them. They were pouring it on their faces and stuff. When the military had got deployed there too. Okay. Now I think I got the main points out. Let me look at my notepad. All right. Okay, now it captains out. Now this several lies. Gina and Meek got into it. Uh, she was Meek was telling Gina how many times she had been to rehab. She had been to rehab 4 times, child, that Meek knew about. And Gina was telling her about how big her arms was, and that she need to go back under the knife. They was calling each other dum dums. Jackie got drug, not on my watch, and her got into it. And they was also saying that Jackie was having people to strike for her. They've been saying that a whole lot. But like I said, hell, you got to do what you got to do. And people was striking for Jackie, because they like her. So I don't see the big deal. 88 and Asia got into it. 88 was telling her she was homeless, and she was saying that her booty stank, and Asia was telling 88 she had a dirty pussy, and then 88 was telling her to cam up Asia. Gina and Boss Lady got into it, and that's when Gina did not go to, because they was supposed it was supposed to be to pull up, and it was a waste of time because Gina wasn't gonna meet up with her, and she did. Uh, excuse me. Let me see. Okay, somebody named Real Talk 2ON and 88 got into it, and she was telling her she she was talking about her BB whatever to get your butt big. She was telling 88 that her mother failed her. Uh, YouTube made her, and then she was calling a big baby fat baby. Uh, that Rashina girl, that's a, she is. They say it's some guy named Roy Lee that got murdered years ago. She's supposed to be his sister, and she been jumping on panels, getting into it with different ones. You know, she hadn't been over there for a long, long time in the Mo3V sector, but she's trying to get her name going out there. And Swedish Brown and Jackie got into it. And Big Baby and Swedish got into it. Uh, and Swedish was telling Jackie and Big Baby they was some sneaky motherfuckers, and they was ops. And she was saying, "Fuck you, 88." I mean, she was saying, "Fuck you" to Jackie and Big Baby. So I don't know what made them get into it. The way Swedish Brown is saying, because you can't really get a good understanding, but I think that they was somewhere on a panel, and Jackie said something about Doodoo Brown, and that's when this shit got going. Okay, now China had went live, and on her live she had Gina. With Gina be on everybody panel, and of course she was up there. Gina drug Boss Lady, Not on My Watch, Meek, um, I Am the Streets. China said she was gonna put the police in 88 life because she doxed her. She doxed her mom and her brother, and she said that she was gonna call CPS, and she was a bad mom and abused her kids. And she said she wasn't scared of 88, and she drug Not on My Watch. And she said that Asia passed her information around YouTube, and she showed a picture of Asia's husband. He's supposed to be an African. He was light skinned, and she also showed no, Not on My Watch, or either 88 showed China's mama. No, showed Asia mama and her husband, and she's supposed to have an African husband. I don't know how they found all that shit out. I don't know, but that's what they were saying, child. Uh, I went to Gigi Lab the other day. This been about a week ago. Uh, IGT was up there. Gina, Texas 713 in China. 80. Wait a minute. And they was like laughing at China. No, this was on 88. They were laughing at China because not on my watch and Meek was up there. Uh, and they had a recording allegedly of China yelling at her kids, and they say that she was yelling at her kids because they was hungry, and I guess they was asking her on the live, and she didn't feel like being bothered with them allegedly. But China said that wasn't her, but 88 them saying it was her. Her and not on my watch and me, they all saying that was China. I don't know if it was or if it wasn't. Um, and I can't think of who was telling not on my watch how old she was and stuff. And not on my watch say, well, bitch, I'm dragging you from the nursing home because they were saying she was in a nursing home. Not on my watch is not in the nursing home. I seen her come up at her house, in the house, and all of that. But some people might not have. But she ain't in no nursing home because I seen her place before. And they asked Chandler, do they need to call her stepdaddy? I don't know how they know who her stepdaddy is. And not on my watch said that they were going to drag China for 30 days and 30 nights. And they showed a post from Jackie saying that she's not part of this shit, you know, but when because it got kind of bad over there with the fighting with the ladies. And Jackie was saying, look, I ain't in this shit. I ain't finna be arguing up here no more. Cause you know, she have been hitting the panels and going back and forth with them. But she said she tired of that shit and she ain't no part of it. I'm through. You know, and I understand that because see, like I said, they called a PO and all that. And I wouldn't be on here arguing with them because see they'll take what you say and use it, you know, like if you was on probation or whatever, and send it to. I ain't saying. You have to be real careful of what you say to people, because on here they call it like if you threaten them, like to beat them up or whatever, they could say that you like terroristic threatening and all that, and you wind up in court and all of that. And like I say, how the hell am I gonna slap somebody from here and they in New York? My arm ain't that damn long, you know. And like with Gina, like I said, how I would catch her walking to that goddamn store. I ain't got no plans to go to Vegas no way soon, you know. But I done been there several times. But 9 times out of 10, I ain't gonna never see her to whoop her. Okay. But see, somebody, people can do, hey, police, she threatening my life. Because people throw that out there. I'm scared for my life. And all that kind of bullshit. After that, you've been dragging them for 10 minutes, going back and forth. Then they going to run and say, I'm threatening you. I ain't got time for that. We can't be bothered with that. You have to be careful on who you drag with on here. Because, like I said, they just can't drag back and forth. If you beat them dragging, then they're going to take what you say, listen up, playbacks and shit, and recording, and they could use that shit. Take it to the court, take it to the courts, and you be involved in some bullshit that ain't going nowhere. But it's wasting your time. I know you got better things to do than go to court over YouTube. It ain't that serious. And like I say, I ain't nowhere close to none of these people. Okay, I ain't close to none of these people. Close enough, you know, think about like going to Milwaukee to whoop somebody ass, or go to New York, Florida, California. That's stupid. Okay. Now on 357, he had 88, Jackie, Coolin, Gina, Duck, DJ, Josh, Royalty, Callie's Kitchen, Woo, just to name a few. And then, like I say, last night on there, Ferraro was up there, and he was up there the whole live. His audio was messing up, and it was dropping him off, but honey, he was coming right back up there. Okay. And now on this live is from a couple of days ago. Woo and Royalty was into it, and they've been bumping heads a lot out in the streets. Callie's Kitchen and Royalty got into it. They've been into it off and on for like over a year. Gina and Royalty got into it. Gina's just be getting into shit just cause other people in it. Okay, and that's just it is what it is. And I'm just going over telling you guys some of the things I've seen out here on YouTube. I'm getting ready to get off of here because I'm tired of talking, child. But like I said, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Hey, real low key. Hey, I'm so Houston. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I think I spoke to everybody. I'm just making sure. Yeah, I think I spoke to everybody. Hey, no pressure. Hey, Michelle. Okay. African goddess. I think I got everybody. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm getting ready to get up out of here because child, ain't no telling what I'm missing because I'm no SD off work by now. And I'm getting ready to take my ass over to that Mo 3 sector where them young folks at. And I'm getting ready to get my life because they keep me going, okay? I love this shit. And I can't say no different. I love this shit. Okay? Now if y'all haven't subscribed, like I said, please subscribe to my channel. If you don't mind, hit the like button. And if you'd like to donate, please donate to my channel. Ooh, child. Honey, I don't know what they're gonna do on all these cations. Ooh, child. And they throwing these challenges and cooking contests and costumes and things. They doing the damn thing over there in the Mo 3 beef sector. Ooh, child. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.